Welcome to the holiday edition of 7 Steps to Marketing Success. As we know, marketing can be a crazy, wild ride and it takes a lot of our time and it's busy. So how do we know, right? When we are going to do the right thing at the right time? All of that means we have to be strategic to get the results that we want. And that's when I came up with the 7 steps. So you can read more about it on our blog that we have there. But basically, these 7 steps are business plan, target audience, goals, channels, content, planning, and track performance. Now, as you can see, it's linear, but it's never linear. We have to actually think about all these 7 steps at the same time. And there's different times along this pathway that we have to focus on. So today, for fun and excitement for the holiday edition, we're going to take a little bit of a different spin and use some metaphors that we understand in the holiday time to make it resonate more with us. So let's get started. Where does it all begin? Right? When we're starting our business, what do we want to think about? We want to think about our passion, our things, what is meaningful to us. So we're going to use the analogy of the Christmas tree. So the Christmas tree, what does that mean to you? It's just like your business, right? What inspires you? This is inspirational for me. This is pictures of my Christmas tree and my family, because for me, that is what's meaningful to us. And so when we're starting our business, before we even get into marketing, we need to know the why we're showing up in the first place. What do we want to accomplish? So take the time and make sure you revisit that at least every year. Um, and remember the why. Remember the why daily. So let's get started with the first step. Well, the first step is your business plan. It is the foundation. Business plan is the business goals. What do you want to accomplish? What are you selling? It is the foundation. Brand strategy is all part of that. Branding is the part of the who you are, the why you're showing up, the what this is, your tone, your style. This is who you are. And so this foundation is really important. We could go out and get a Christmas tree, right? But we actually have to think about it. And that actually has to come at the beginning. It's the forest. It's the wherever we're going to go, whether it's a tree lot or it's a forest, that is the foundation. And that has to come before we even get into the Christmas tree. So step one, before anything, please build that foundation. Even if it's a quick, short, agile business plan, make sure you know what it is you want to accomplish and what it is about your brand that you want to portray to your audience. So that's the foundation. Essential, for sure, it needs to be number one. Now, remember, number one, you always will come back and circle back to that business plan, especially after you do your tracking performance. But that step actually has to be the first and foremost. Number two is our target audience. Probably heard me talk about these guys quite a bit. It is typically your ideal client. There's so much more to go into the target audience, but primarily we focus on who those ideal clients are. But it's everyone, it's all the stakeholders that are important to the success of our business and who we need to communicate to. So when we think of the Christmas, the holiday spirit, those are our family and friends, right? Like this is why we do this. This is why we set up the Christmas tree. We actually have to think about that. Are there going to be little kids that show up? Ooh, maybe we have to think about the ornaments. Do you have cats in the family? Ooh, maybe you don't want to put anything on the bottom, right? Like maybe we have memories of the ornaments. All of those things are influenced by our family and friends in the holidays, just like the things that we're going to do for marketing is influenced by those people that we are targeting for our business. So please spend a lot of time really getting to know who those people are, what you want, how you serve them, and the value you bring and what they want to accomplish, what you want to accomplish when you're communicating with them. So business plan is first. Understanding your audience is second. For sure, your audience, you need to continue to learn and evolve as they change, right? As small children grow up, right? As older people age and can't do certain things, maybe you all of a sudden now have a dog in the family. So things change. So make sure you keep up to date. So those are our target audience for our Christmas tree. Now we actually have to go out and get the tree. So marketing goals helps us focus on what we want to achieve from marketing. Now, marketing is not sales. Marketing is promotion. Marketing is about what you want to do to help you reach your business goals. So that's why it's really important to have your business goals first in your business plan. And then marketing goes, you want to build your brand? You're just launching your business. Well, marketing now needs to support that business goal. So we need to do a lot of branding. Maybe you have to create a new logo, new colors. Maybe you have to launch your website. That's to support your business goal. What if you are deciding to go global with your business? Well, marketing needs to take you um, has to support that business goal. So maybe there's more SEO. It's going in locally into a different country, doing some research might be part of it. So all of that is, what do you want to achieve to support where you want to go as a business? So let's go back to the Christmas tree, right? If you have to know where it wants to go. Who's going to be looking at this? Where's this tree going to go? Like, you can't just go chop down a tree when you don't even know the space that you're going to be putting it into. So do focus on figuring out where you want to go with your Christmas tree, where you want to go with your business. So that is your focus on the marketing goals. Really important to set the stage. So as much as we say these things aren't linear, you kind of have to know your goals before you get into any of the other steps. So marketing goals are key. Now let's move to channels. Interesting. So channels and content, as you see on the side, are both highlighted. I never used to do this, but more I get into this marketing and understanding that channels and content are intertwined, so much so that you have to think about both of them at the same time and then start to separate it. So a channel is what your marketing goal content is going to channel through. So it's anything that communicates that message. For example, a channel would be your website. A channel will be your social media channels. A channel may be PR, media outlets and things like that. It's all those core things that is going to communicate your message to your audience. It's also going to move that content forward. So if you decide you are going to have a website, which you should, what's going to be on that website? You're going to have photos, that's content. You're going to have text, that's content. Potentially, you're going to have blogs. Blogging is a channel within your website. So all of that has to be set up. And then you have to think about what kind of content you're going to put forward. So content, you have to think about that, because maybe I don't want to write blogs, but then I have to think about how is that going to support the channel. Do you see how it becomes this wonderful circle? So once you decide on a channel strategy and what you're going to do, then you have to get into the ornaments. The ornaments. See, I'm already into the Christmas tree. So you have to then get into the content. So the lights, to get into the Christmas tree analogy here, is really, it sets the stage. You have to put the lights before you jump into the ornaments. Ornaments are going to be content, just wait. So first and foremost, you need to think about your content, but you have to decide on your channels and commit to those channels. You got to put up those lights before the ornaments. So that's why we have the lights as channels. So we've committed to the channels, we've committed to the lights. Now we can move to the ornaments. Yeah, we kind of thought about the ornaments, right, when we were checking out the channels, but we can now start to embellish our Christmas tree. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting, right? So content is really the core. Content is king. Content is going to change constantly. So we might have big bulbs. We might have fun little things. Things are going to change over time as you start to develop and learn your audience and things like that. So content is always, you've got the little angels. Well, I'm sure you guys all have different ornaments from when the kids were little all the way till they go up, and that's wonderful. And you can add to it at any time. You just can't be putting up Christmas lights after the ornaments. And that's why that channel strategy is so important. It sits in the background, but it looks lovely with the content. So that is content. Content is social media posts, photography. Maybe you do downloads. Maybe you do a press release. Maybe you create a brochure. That's content, right? Like it's all about the message, the information in different ways to get to your target audience. Okay, now we got the marketing plan. This is the plan. This is the strategy. It kind of weaves through all of these 7 steps because you have to figure out who's going to do the marketing. What are you going to do? When are you going to do it? And how are you going to do it? This is quite often a step that gets overlooked. I don't know about you guys, but at Christmas time when the tree comes out and all of a sudden you're standing by yourself and the kids have disappeared, your spouse disappears, and it's just you doing it all the time. But if you had a plan and you knew and you made a whole event around it and you dedicated some time and said, this is the day we're going to set up the tree. Everyone pitches in, you have a great time, you get inspired. Maybe someone comes up with some creative ideas because you're all together. Wow, brilliant, fun, exciting, and it's way more productive. Please do consider that kind of style for doing your marketing plan. You need to dedicate time to sit down, figure out what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, and then you put it down, whether it's on a Google document or you use a program like Asana. It will save you time. It will give you inspirational ideas. The plan can be agile, but once you have the plan, you can move within it. It's so overlooked. And this is usually where things fall down. So please, please do have a plan. Make it fun and exciting, but have a plan. And then we want to track that performance. We want to see the star on the top of the tree that excites us. And the final, we did it. And this is success. So unless you track your performance and you know you're doing well, you don't know, right? Then you get discouraged, or you're putting your efforts into something that's not moving you towards your marketing goals, moving you towards your business goals. You have to track your performance, figure out what is meaningful to your organization, what is marketing, what does it need to do? Track it. So tracking performance, what does that mean? Well, we have to step back and figure out our channels and our content. What do we want to achieve? For example, your website, it's going to be your Google Analytics, perhaps Google Business Profile. How many times do people click on that to get directions to your business? Social media, how many impressions are you getting on your posts? How many people are engaging in your posts? Paid ads, how many are converting? All of those are metrics. When you pull them all together and you track them over time, now it's like, oh my goodness, this really worked. And this worked when. Now we can start to analyze it. And all of that is, oh, it's the shining star, because you know what's working and what's not working, so you can focus your efforts. So that is tracking performance. And ultimately, why do we do this? We do this so that our marketing efforts can give us the gifts we want, right? Like we go back to our marketing goals. What did we want to achieve in the first place? We wanted to go to the analogy of the Christmas tree. We wanted to inspire our family. We wanted to bring them together. It's an opportunity to do things. Maybe we just want a shiny, pretty lights in the corner. All of that is the why. So that tracking your performance reminds you of the why, and it just kind of brings it all together and what we want to achieve. So those are the 7 steps to marketing success. If you start at the beginning with your business plan, target audience, who do you want to connect with? Marketing goals, what does marketing actually need to achieve to help you build your business? What channels of marketing need to be set up? What's the strategy? How are you going to use your website, your social media, your traditional marketing, those core channels? What are they and what are you going to do with them? Content. How are you going to share? How are you going to connect? How are you going to communicate what you're offering? And then having a plan, putting it all together to make sure that things get done, the who, what, when, where, and how, and then tracking performance to make sure we know what's working and what's not working. So for today's discussion, what did you take away from today? Where's the focus that you want to work on for next year? Where are some of the challenges? And maybe we can see if we can inspire, encourage, and support each other as we move into the next year.